What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover original show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Harris Rubenstein here on the Vover MLB show. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Wanted to go through a couple things from around Major League Baseball, and then I also got word that we now have our All-Star game replacements, so I want to get into that. First things first, let's get into the All-Star replacements. I actually got these sent early to me by a friend. So let's break them down. So the newly named American League All-Stars include Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox, Chris Bassett of the Oakland Athletics, Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Royals, Joey Wendell of the Tampa Bay Rays. In the National League, you got Walker Buehler from the Dodgers, Yadier Molina of the Cardinals, Freddie Peralta of the Brewers, Max Scherzer of the Nationals, Justin Turner of the Dodgers. And then replacing Jacob deGrom, just like we told you last episode, will end up being Taijuan Walker of the New York Mets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Taijuan Walker finally reaches the pinnacle and gets into an All-Star game. The players they will be replacing: Kevin Gausman, Brandon Woodruff, Mookie Betts, Jose Altuve, Michael Brantley, Carlos Correa, deGrom, like I said, Yu Darvish, Buster Posey, and then Ryan Presley of the Astros is actually going to be on maternity leave. So congrats to him for that. A very worthwhile reason to miss any sort of baseball time. Let's look at the baseball standings before we enter in the All-Star break. Still got the Red Sox in first place of the AL East. They're 55-34. The Rays in second, 52-36. Nobody else in the division is really that close. Toronto 44-41. The Yankees 45-42. The Orioles in the basement of the American League, as always. AL Central, the White Sox are running away with it. They're 52-35. Rumors is that Eloy Jimenez, who was originally thought to have missed the entire season, he might actually be back with the team after the All-Star break, which would be huge news for them. Obviously, Luis Robert might be on his way back as well. So a White Sox team that has already been extremely good with one of the most prolific offenses in baseball might be getting that much better. The rest of the AL Central isn't even worth talking about. In the AL West, it's really the Astros and the Oakland Athletics. The Angels have fallen off in a big way. But break up the Mariners, man, 47-42. They're on their way to possibly being a wild card team this year, which would be a huge surprise considering their run differential is minus 50, which, yeah, classic Mariners. Instead of the National League, the Mets with a comfortable lead over the Braves. They're up by 4.5 games. Mets have been pretty great as of recently. Love seeing their offense finally come alive. Their pitching, as always, will be fantastic, especially when you have reverse Coors Field and you're pitching in Citi Field. The Braves 43-44. The Phillies 42-44. Nobody else in that division besides the Mets are currently over 500. In the NL Central, it's really the Brewers' division to lose. They're 53-37. They've been looking fantastic recently. Their pitching is excellent. Their offense is getting it done. Christian Yelich is really starting to heat up. It's been a really, really fun season for the Milwaukee Brewers, a team that started off very, very poorly. Great to see them turn things around. Speaking of not turning things around, the Chicago Cubs officially in seller's mode. Don't be surprised if you see Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Craig Kimbrell. He might be on the trade block, as they are 44-45 after a nasty 9-game losing streak. They've only won 2 games out of their last 10. A total bottoming out for a Cubs team that really looked like they could have turned it up around the playoffs, and just seems like it's going to be another dead year for them. Let's head to the most competitive division in baseball. It's obviously the NL West, where you have the Giants just holding off everyone. This Gabe Kapler-led team, they pitch so well, timely hitting, a great veteran bunch. It reminds me a lot of the Red Sox, honestly. I think Kevin Gausman's kind of what separates these two teams, though. Yeah, the Giants look fantastic. A run differential of 108. Not to be outdone by the LA Dodgers, who currently the second best team in the NL West and your number one wildcard team. They are 54-35. Imagine being 54-35 and not leading your division. That should just tell you how good the San Francisco Giants have been this year. A run differential of 118 so far for the Dodgers this year. Great to see them turn around. However, Mookie Betts is dealing with an injury, so we'll see if that hinders them at all. And of course, you have the San Diego Padres, who in a normal year, a 53-38 record would probably lead the division, maybe lead all of Major League Baseball, but instead they sit at third in the National League West behind the Dodgers and the Giants. They are 4 games back, despite having a run differential of plus 80, which is actually the sixth best, in Major League Baseball. Poor Padres, man. They finally put together one of the most exciting teams in team history, maybe the best team in team history, and they still just cannot get past the Dodgers or the Giants. Just classic NL West for you. And of course, all the way at the bottom, you have the Arizona Diamondbacks at 26-64, one of the worst baseball teams in recent memory. Obviously, you have the Pirates as well, who aren't much better. Same with the Miami Marlins. That's going to do it for today's Vover MLB show. We will be back on Wednesday. We'll go over some trade rumors. We'll talk about the All-Star game and the Futures game and all the other great prospects. We also have the MLB draft coming up soon. So once that is done, we'll obviously go through those picks. Excited to see what happens to Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker, as well as the rest of a phenomenal MLB draft class this year. But we'll talk about that next week. For now, everybody enjoy their weekend, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Vover!